I got some gender war shit here real quick.
Oh yeah, count me out.
I was looking at you're gonna jump. You're gonna jump in this one.
you never.
This one you'll jump in.
You're never counting on
I was looking at a post from a gentleman named Jeff Fargo. It was a black man and a white man on a podcast on Instagram. They was talking, and the black man took exception to the term "happy wife, happy life."
I do too.
You follow me, right?
Yeah.
Once he spoke about it, I totally agreed with what he was saying. He was saying, why does that phrase exist? Actually, I'm just play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Because I'm gonna fuck it up.
Kids don't respect a man who sacrifices his own purpose.
They cooked.
Neither do women. Have you
That's the black
made
guy
this
right
mistake where you kind of lost sight of your purpose because you thought that was the best way to be a father or be a man?
Oh, yeah.
I fell into that trap too, where I stopped working as much. I made my priority my wife and my kid, and I lost sight of the goal. And one day I looked up, and their lives were worse because I couldn't provide. They were getting more of my time. They were getting more of my quote unquote love, but their lives weren't any better.
They need to see you hustle. Your wife, your kids need to see you win. Your children don't want a miserable dad. They want to see you crush it in life. That's what they want to see.
Have you ever heard the phrase happy wife, happy life?
All the time.
Does it piss you off like it pisses me off?
Yeah. It's annoying.
Because there's no situation with happy wife, miserable dad. If dad's miserable, wife miserable, kids miserable. There's no such thing as happy family, miserable dad. Dad must suffer, but he must enjoy the suffering.
God damn is what I said when I heard that.
Yeah.
I never put that in a vacuum that way.
Remind me to tell you something off camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
But why?
But why he gotta be miserable if she's happy?
That was exactly what I was going to ask.
I think
that's not what he said.
I think the idea is
that's the assumption that people would be led to think, because me and him just had the same question.
You know why? Because when you say happy wife, happy life, it seems as if the only priority is the people outside of you.
Exactly.
Like if you said, it should be happy spouse, happy house, right? Like,
yes.
like both of us.
Agreed.
That's what I
both
said.
of us.
Absolutely agreed.
But men are
But it's
often,
not that.
It's not that. And
Men are discarded.
Men are discarded. Where it's often like, okay, you got to do whatever you got to do to make sure the house, to make sure the kids are fed, to make sure everybody's happy.
And not for nothing, it's a role that we accept.
We accept that role.
We almost
Yeah.
say fuck ourselves.
To hold up this house.
Yeah.
To make
But
sure
you know,
she's
some
happy,
people-
to make
it's
sure
part
the
of
kids are
patriarchy,
happy.
too.
Some people like that.
Parts.
Some people are proud of that. That makes them happy.
Yeah, but no, I don't know if it necessarily makes them happy. We forego our happiness.
Yes.
Our happiness is an afterthought. to us.
Secondary.
Dog, you
And-
gotta listen to. Cut it out.
Yeah.
That nigga. He be saying a bunch of fly shit. He a dick sometimes, but I'm telling you, he basically says that, yo, as a man, when you start ascending in age, you kind of put your happiness to. It's not like what I'm a bitch for. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody going to listen,
Nobody
nigga. You got to
listening.
make it happen regardless. And you kind of live by that. Yo, we got to do the work. We got to do the work. We got to do the work. When we first came, you like, yo, we're going to put our heads down. We're going to do the work. And I think benefits going to be at the end of it. And that's what happens. And that, as a man, that's how you kind of carry through life. But your happiness ain't your priority.
Society makes that normal.
Yes.
Right?
That's why patriarchy is unhealthy for men
Yeah.
too.
If your wife is happy and your children is happy, you know what I mean? That's all.
You're
the focus
succeeding
should be.
as
You're
a man,
succeeding.
no matter if your body is killing you or any of that
And a lot
shit.
of times
You can't even complain about it.
A lot of times because you'll be looked at a certain way.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of times you can go through internal turmoil, but you have to put on a happy face when you walk into the house. Right. That applies to men when you know when they say leave that shit outside.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you're bringing it inside. You just have to put a mask on.
Yep.
So it won't affect them.
It said something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
It said something last episode I was listening. He said if I only had $20 in my account, I would never.
They would never know.
My lady would never know.
Facts.
And I've been there before, where I'm sitting here trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. I'm borrowing money. My wife may have the money.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
That part.
You know what I mean? But I'm going to borrow it to make this thing happen because my idea of manhood is partly about being able to take care of everybody and to be in control.
And everything.
Yeah, and I'm like literally not sleeping at night trying to figure out how to put these things together.
Bro.
And
That's a fact.
And because I don't
Stress will fuck you up. So
Exactly.
you can die from stress.
and we do every day.
I mean, you borrow, you spend your last money to make sure your kids have and all that shit. Make sure your wife have and
Shit is different.
And you just got to eat that.
A lot of male voices. Let's give Mel a chance to process and reply to this or speak to this.
It just sounds like from
And we're not gender warring.
No, it just sounds like from what you guys are, saying collectively that you fall victim to you fall victim to like a kind of like the idea of what a man is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like provision and leave your, non-emotional, leave your stuff at the door, like all of that stuff. Your humanity is inconsequential. And that doesn't, I just don't see it that way. Maybe it's because I'm not married. Maybe it's because of that.
That's what happy wife, happy life is saying.
But that's why I think that me and Ice had the same question at the same time, that I don't think that saying foregoes your happiness.
I never took it as that.
I didn't
personally.
either.
I never took it as that.
And also,
everything that y'all are saying.
And also to Ice's point, like a couple of seconds ago, some people actually like that. Sometimes the source of their happiness is to see their wife and their family thriving. And so I don't think that it's a blanket statement that can be applied to all men,
It's a bad thing when you think that.
And so hold on. The other thing,
get what I'm saying?
and so hold on. The other thing is that this is the first time in history where men and women are basically kind of on equal footing in terms of making the same money and whatever else. So what I hear from a lot of women is it's no longer provision that they're looking for. What they're looking for is partnership. What they're looking for is a little bit more self-development, and that is what they're not finding.
But that's part of the same problem.
Of patriarchy, exactly.
Because we're not trained to do that. We're trained to pay these bills and make sure that the lights are on and all that other stuff.
And we get judged on that.
No, and so,
yes.
but wait, hold on one second. To further that point, I think that all the motivational speakers that speak to y'all have done y'all a disservice by saying the only way to develop yourself is get rich, get fit. That's it. What about all the other ways that you can develop yourselves? You guys have been there's been a grave disservice done to you because of that way of thinking. That there's no value in that other level of self-development, that it's just get rich for provision and for yourself and get fit and that's it.
What if the people are...
I don't disagree with what she said.
What if the people
I think that's true.
What if the people that's receiving the perks don't think about your happiness at all?
Oh, well, then that's a fucked up mate.
Let me ask you a question.
That's just that's
How many years do you think?
Hold on.
My bad.
Because that's not intentional, right? Because everybody has issues, man. But what if they also think that you're the man, suck it up, figure it out, because the road that you not took, I guess, because the road that is, I guess, assigned to you, right? So she's not thinking that, because I'm going to be careful. She's not thinking that, I wonder if she's going to check on you, but she's not going to go out her way. Some people are not going to go out their way to find out what are you going through at work or to find out the finances, because men, we shut down.
Right.
We shut down when you try to ask certain questions. We're not communicative a lot of the times. We don't want to get into that. Forget about that. We don't want to, because a lot of times
And we taught not to.
And we're
Ain't nothing worse than a complaining man. Ain't nothing worse than a crying man.
I think that get rich, get fit shit is some modern shit.
And that's some new age shit.
Yeah, that's new.
Most of the motivational speakers I follow, they don't live by that motto. Like, I think that the motivational speakers I follow, they find it insulting that we only relegate it to protect and provide.
Neutral button.